Welcome to Firearms of America. Today, as you guys can see, I'm out here at Shooters in Fort Myers, Florida, about to do the review of my favorite. And if you haven't been subscribed to this channel, you probably think it's a Glock. But it's not a Glock. No, it is my all-time favorite handgun, classic 1911. And this one is from Remington, model R1 Enhanced, chambered in 45 ACP, classic 5-inch barrel, 8 capacity magazine. Let's load it up and do some shooting, see what this thing can do. Now, 1911, I mean, can't go wrong with 1911. Probably everybody who's watching this video is familiar with the 1911 platform, but I do recommend checking out the video that I made quite some time ago. It's called The Amazing History of 1911. Check it out, because just the history of this handgun is already a legacy, and just shooting and just handling a classic 1911, knowing that history changes, it changes your perspective, the way you look at the gun. So, looks like I forgot to turn off my headphones last time I was using them, so no battery, can't hear anything, which is completely fine. And I'm gonna be shooting at this yellow little circle right here in the middle. No excuses not to hit it. 1911s are known for their precision. Yep. Alrighty. Man, gotta say, I love a good 1911. So let's start from the very, very beginning. I mean, this thing is fantastic. I have so many things to say about it, but let's start from the beginning so that I kind of stay on track. Let's start with the grip. As you can see, very, very nice laminated grip. You have your, now Remington calls it LPI, I think LPR, something like that, 20. But it's kind of like your standard G10, very nice, very aggressive at the back, at the front. And also I wanted to point out, double check nothing in the chamber. Also, I wanted to point out that there is the bottom of the beaver tail safety is also, yes, as you can see, very nice and aggressive, which I think helps quite a lot, especially with the quick draw, with the grip. I think this is very, very helpful. Now, if you're familiar with 1911 platform, it's kind of hit and miss whenever it comes to, it's really a personal preference. Some people do absolutely love the beaver tail safety. Some people, they kind of are, they try to disengage it, disconnect it completely, so it's not there. I do like the beaver tail safety, especially with something like this, because that definitely lets you know that you got your palm right there on the safety, and the safety mechanism is disengaged, which is very, very nice. Now, moving further, we have our nicely extended mag release over here, which works very, very well, as you can see. Check this out. And also there is a very nice cutout here on the grip, so that your thumb perfectly fits in there for this connection. Very nice. Also, the magazine itself, I want to point out, it's a single stacked, yes, standard 1911 platform, always single stacked magazines, which is obviously better for more reliable operation. It is nicely windowed all the way up to 8, and there is a little bit of an extension, which is not typical for 1911s, as you can see here, which makes it a little bit better to take it out, obviously, now whenever you're talking and trying to do things. Okay, so moving further, we have nothing on the trigger guard, as you can see here, no serrations, but we do have serrations at the back and at the front of the slide. Now we have our standard manual safety switch, which engages up. You have to rack it in order to engage it. There you go. And this engages down, nicely extended, so you can actually use it as a thumb rest. Very nice thumb rest whenever you are shooting. Moving further, we got our slide release, which is one-hand operation, works super smooth. But let's do some more shooting and see what this thing can do. Now, I gotta say, 1911, I think I'm trying to think when I fell in love with the 1911. I mean, it's true American classic, 1911. Can't beat that. But I think I might have fallen in love with it with my favorite superhero, who's a Marine. And obviously as a Marine, his first preference for a sidearm is a 1911. Frank Castle, yes, and he also has a best name, Frank. Yeah, Frank Castle, also known as the Punisher. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's see if I can hit any of the flippy pedals with this thing. I mean, I have no excuse not to. Man, this thing is smooth. The power of a 45 ACP, the whole thing is just like barely holding there. All right. And not a single miss, of course. No excuses not to hit the target with something like this, and look at all the smoke. Well, I love it. Let's move on. Let's get serious now. Moving further to the slide. Now, if you're familiar with the I keep saying it, but if you are familiar with the 1911 platform, you know that one of the things that makes this gun as precise as it is, as smooth shooting, number one well, not only for Marines, but also for competition shooters, where accuracy just makes everything, you know, that's like the big thing, right? The competition shooting. One of the things is the tight build, and one of the ways to check how tight the 1911 is built is actually move the slide a little bit backwards, just so, and then kind of do some shakaroo and see how much shaking there is. And here, as you can see, there's barely any movement at all. So it's built super nice, super tight, and most of the times, whenever it is built so tight, most of the times, it is pretty hard to rack. And I think what is very nice about this handgun is actually very easy to rack. I mean, the slide it's just butter smooth. And also, you would think that, okay, well, it's easy to rack, so the spring and the recoil in the guide rod, it might be a little bit, you know, too soft. So you're gonna have quite a lot of recoil. Not the case, actually very, very easy to handle the recoil on this, considering this 45 ACP. Very, very impressive. So let's talk about the sights now. Another thing that helps with the accuracy, obviously. Check this out. Now, you probably wonder what's the difference between the regular R1 and an enhanced version. And yes, this is it right here. The sights, the fiber optic front sight. Check this thing out. My cameras have, there you go. Yes, very, very easy to acquire target. I do like it quite a lot. Basically, it serves as a regular 3-post sight, but it is also for combat situations where you need a quick target acquisition, where you're point shooting. That fiber optic sight at the very front makes it much, much faster, much more intuitive target acquisition. I absolutely love it. Now, another difference between the, well, there's actually quite a lot of difference between the regular R1 and the enhanced. You have extra round, first of all, in the magazine. The standard, the regular R1, it comes only with 7 rounds. This one is 8 rounds. You do have that little extension at the bottom, which helps with quick mag changes. Also, you do have an upgraded hammer. Yep. Check this out, but let's talk about the trigger. I think this is one of my top favorite things in this handgun is, as you can see, this trigger right here. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you how crisp it is. Check this out. So you have about millimeter, okay? Millimeter of safe, familiar travel. You don't question it. It's there, it's there. And then once you get the target, there is no hesitation, there is no nothing. There is just this, you're on target, super crisp. I mean, this trigger is, I think it's easy to say that this is one of the best triggers on a handgun that I have tried on the shelf. Definitely in the top, I wanted to say top 10, but I would say top 5, for sure. I absolutely love this trigger, absolutely fantastic. So I got 5 rounds here. Let's do some more shooting, and we'll try to come up with a reasonable conclusion and thinking about, shooting this 1911 kind of makes me really sad, because I sold my 6-hour Nightmare 1911. I absolutely love that gun. The reason why I sold it mainly was because it was in 357C. So I need to buy myself a 45 ACP. Okay. So let's do some shooting, and then we'll try to come up with some reasonable conclusion. Okay, yellow in the middle. Not too shabby. I have to say, absolutely fantastic gun. I really love it. Gotta be in my top 5, not just best triggers, but also my top 5 all-time favorite 1911s in general that I reviewed. I had a chance to shoot. Absolutely fantastic. And I wanted to mention that this handgun, we didn't just get it in store or it appeared magically on this channel. No, it's actually courtesy of one of you guys, courtesy of Dave, YouTube handle Papio1, I think. Yes, that's it. Dave, thank you very much for sending me this gun. I really appreciate it. As you guys can see, you can send me, I'm a registered FFL, so you can send me a gun. Yes, this is very trustworthy channel. I promise I'm not gonna sell it on the Arabian black market, although I'm very tempted. Nah, actually I'm not tempted, but but I could keep it to myself. I actually really tempted to keep it to myself, but I'm obviously not gonna do that, especially something like this. So Dave, I really appreciate the opportunity, the trust that you put into this channel, into me, and send me this gun for a review. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys, the review. Let me know what you guys think about this handgun right here, what you think about the review in general. If you have any requests for reviews, you can drop them in the comments below. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe, because I have actually 2 more reviews that I'm going to be doing today. The all new, the game changer. At least that's what's advertised on other YouTube channels, which is absolutely ridiculous. The Glock 47, which is not all new at all. It's been out since 2019, and it's not really a game changer either. It's literally just a Glock 17 and just with a few changes, but whatever. We'll talk about it later in the review. And also, quite excited about this little thing right here. This thing right here, chambered in 22 LR. What is it? Max LCP? No, this LCP2 chambered in 22 LR. So after 45 ACP, it's gonna be like a hit, a kick, a roundhouse kick from Chuck Norris into my manhood. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Always appreciate your time, always appreciate your comment. Dave, again, thank you very much for sending me this gun. Really appreciate it. And as always, God bless you all. I'll see you guys in the next video.